I think there's going to be a lot of disappointment in the Western Conference. It's going to be very tough. There are a lot of very good teams that are not going to hit the mark, and they're going to be talked about poorly, which is going to be unfortunate. But I feel like there's going to be like just some uglier records to where it's just they're going to beat each other up. Because, like you said, those are probably the three teams where it's easy to say, hey, they're over to the side. I feel like they all got better, and they're going to be more competitive. And there's no nights off, especially in the West. I just feel like everyone's going to battle, and they're all trying to climb for the same thing. Like I look at Minnesota, and it's like, hey, they got better. How much better did they get? Oklahoma City, they're on the rise. Are you ready for everyone that's trying to chase this same thing, especially because Denver made that run? Sacramento, can you hold your ground? Memphis, never forget about Memphis.
Yeah. Kevin Pelton's win prediction model had Memphis as the number 1 seed this year in the Western Conference, even with Ja missing 25 games. Not that, by the way, I love Kevin Pelton. I really do. The worst predictor of wins is his model. Let's just all be honest with that. Dude, when I played, I used to read those, and I would just like screenshot it, and I'd put a highlighter on our win total and be like, this is ridiculous. And then we'd exceed it by like 12 wins. And I'm like, what is this model year to year? Can he please break it down for all of us? Because it's so bad. Which brings me to one more point I wanted to make. I wanted to make one more point. The top 100, okay?
Oh, no.
The top 100. What people need to understand about the top 100 is that several years ago, they changed how they did the ranking. There's an expert panel. I'm using air quotes here. An expert panel of 150 basketball people that are asked to rank this top 100. And years ago, they would simply rank the players. Here's my list. Here's my 100 players they're in the top 100, right? Several years ago, they use this format now where it's who would you rather have for this upcoming season, player A or player B? And then there's an algorithm, and then it spits out a new thing. Here, would you rather have this player or this player? And so It's not an actual ranking. It's not an actual list. It is the difference between the 93rd player and the 50. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No one's sitting there and saying, oh, there's 40 better players than Russell Westbrook between 93 and 50. No, nobody listed the players. They're simply asked, who would you rather have for this upcoming season, Jordan Clarkson or Russell Westbrook? And 75 people say, I'd rather have Russell Westbrook. Okay, well, he gets spit out to the next algorithm. Who would you have, Russell Westbrook or player B? That's how it works. It's not a listing. But also, of these 150 people who claim to be basketball experts, how is Derek White not in the top 100? How is that possible? He's a top 50 player. What playoff games were you watching last year? Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no Derek White, no PJ Washington, no Jaden McDaniels. Like there are a few. It's like, hey, man, where are we at?
It's Nikias, do you have a top 50 of the 100 that didn't make it?
No, that's a challenge to me. I will have that.
Please don't.
No, okay.
I'm sorry about my voice, and I'm sorry about the early. We're recording this at 8 a.m. on Sunday morning, and I'm heated about this. So for all the trolling, it's essentially one big troll. The list is one big troll because people don't take the time to actually read the disclaimer if you go to ESPN's website. Nobody's listing the players. It's a troll for engagement. That's all it is. All right. I forgot where we were. Oh, we're going to talk about Chet. We're going to talk about Chet in Oklahoma City.